So this is just a little bit about me for those who want to know, anybody who's curious. I like the personal side that, Tommy and Steele and Chad bring to this hobby, and I want to bring that side to this too, because I think it's, it develops more of a relationship, between the viewers and myself, and I think it adds a nice side to just putting up videos of my flying. I think it's cool when you actually know a little bit about the person who is flying, and get to see that side. So that's the reason for doing this. This is a little bit about me. Currently I'm just heading out to one of the newer locations to fly that I've found. Typically, if it's windy in town, both times I've come out here, it's been dead calm. There's hardly anybody out here. So I got my first quadcopter drone, whatever you want to call it, in December of 2013. It was a Blade 350QX, and I loved that thing. But as soon as I put a camera on it, I really saw its limitations. It was super shaky, no ability to tune the flight controller or anything like that, and so I quickly started looking at what I wanted to get next. And so I ordered a Hover Things Flip FPV, and I started out in this hobby wanting to just shoot video, like aerial video, because I did photography, so I wanted to add something to my collection to help me get better shots. But what I quickly realized is that while that was fun, being low to the ground and flying fast was way more entertaining, way more rewarding for me. So I built my first mini quad. Shortly thereafter, I think it was like April of 2014. It was a DRQ 250 frame. Had a Flip 1.5 on it. 12 amp ESCs. This was back when Sunny Sky motors were like all the rage. So I had the 2300 kV of those, and as soon as I went out and flew that, I was just hooked. Like, it was so fun, and I hadn't flown in rate ever, just because I was like scared of it at that time. My abilities weren't what they should, what they could have been. So I stuck to horizon mode for the longest time, and I only really ever flew casually. I made videos, every now and then, because I thought what I was doing was like super sweet, and I was just stoked on all the footage and stuff. And so it was like that for the longest time, and I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. I would just go casually fly at the park and just have fun and not worry too much about it. I think it really all started. I was browsing YouTube one day, and I discovered flight test, and I've always had like infatuation with things that fly and remote control things, but I had never really gotten into it. Never took a step into that area, and watching flight test really like sparked my interest in this hobby, and really drove me forward to pursue these things. And I've seen every single episode of flight test, and I watch it religiously, and just the information that they provide is so valuable, and it really helped me get into this and stick with it. And so I owe a good amount to them for putting out the videos that they do, and the knowledge that they share is just, I'm really happy that I found that. I hadn't really put too much, I guess, personal effort into improving my skills in this hobby for a while. I kind of just did it pretty casually, and I never really messed around with tuning or anything like that. And I didn't get into it until about 2 months ago, and I'm not sure what like drove me to get into it, like back into it, but I just have really dug deep and dove like head first into this hobby within the last few months, and really pushed myself and my abilities as a pilot, and editing my videos, and being like religious about making sure I'm posting videos regularly, because the people that subscribe to my channel, I want them to have I want them to have like fresh things to watch on a regular basis. I want to provide entertainment for those who subscribe to my channel, and I want to maybe help others get into this hobby like I did. And so I've really pushed with that recently, just trying to bring my own original spin to this hobby, and keeping production value up there and entertainment value up there. And I owe a lot of thanks to some of the big name pilots in this hobby for really inspiring me to push myself harder than I ever have, and really get into this hobby, because I realized that I've been in it for what is quite a while. I mean, this hobby is relatively new out there, and I realized that it's in its infancy still, and I want to be a part of it. Like, I want to push this hobby places that it hasn't gone, and push myself to do things that I haven't done, and I realize that I'm just in a good position for that. So yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit about me. I hope it answered, I don't know, any questions, or at least provided some entertainment or something. Hopefully you found it informative. And yeah, I just want to try and get in front of the camera more often. And even though I hate being in front of the camera, like, this is totally not natural for me to just be talking to this inanimate object with a blinking light, and acting like it's somebody listening. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I answer as many comments as I can to the best of my abilities. If you like my videos and my channel, then follow me here on YouTube, and check out my Instagram. I'll put a link in the description. I'm currently building a website for myself, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'll let you know when that's up. It's getting really close to being finished.